what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Guys, we are talking Dragon Ball Daima, episode 6, titled Inuzuma, or a Lightning. The plane crash lands to the ground below. Fortunately for the group, there was no major damage, and they just needed to lighten the ship's load, leaving behind a half of the supplies. I'm not going to read anymore. You guys have seen the episode, and this will contain full spoilers. And I will say, up until this point, every episode has been entertaining. I really have enjoyed them from beginning to end. But at this point, I'm realizing, okay, at the very beginning, they really are taking their time. The pacing is showing itself. I'm not bored, but I am wanting them to pick it up and get to the good stuff, to get to the nitty gritty. Now, to give the show credit, they have been doing that at the very end of every episode, giving us exactly what we want as far as action, choreography, beautiful animation, and that's no different here. We have that in episode 6, and I am thrilled as a fan. I mean, I am not complaining. If I had to be completely honest with you, I am satisfied with everything. And the last episode in Pansy, we got Goku transforming. It was highlighted in Super Saiyan, but then he went back to his black hair. Now he's going full Super Saiyan. And it was perfect how the rock was floating up and went over his eye, and then it went from black to green. I love that right there. I also love that there are so many different wide shots that we're getting in this show as well, just showing that choreography, showing that they know what to do with the camera. I mean, I like my close-ups and all that, don't get me wrong, but I do appreciate a great wide shot. And Glorio, or let me just talk about his name for a little bit. I like the humor. That has not upset me, except for one part towards the end where I wasn't feeling it. It was when the Minotaur came up. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, why are y'all joking around like this? Like, it just, it just didn't do it for me. It kind of clocked me out. I was like, this is annoying. I do like the comedy. Majority, 95% of the time in Dragon Ball Z, Super, all of that. It doesn't hit all the time. At this point, I was a bit irritated. But when we got Goku actually fighting Glorio and they was ignoring the Minotaur, that became fun to me. I did laugh, and I was like, okay, they saved it. You know, this Minotaur is coming through with the laughs. I'm having a good time. And then at the end of the fight, and we're going to talk about the fight in a second, where he was like, oh, I just realized I killed the beast a week ago and ate the whole thing. I'm full. I'll have you for breakfast. And he just kind of skedaddled on. That was funny to me. So the Minotaur initially kind of worried me with the comedy, but, end up coming through and saving the day. And I end up, liking it and laughing and all that stuff right there. Now, going back to the beginning of the episode, as far as the name of Glorio, I like that comedy right there. That never did fail. When Goku, he's calling him Glorio and Glorio and all this stuff instead of Glorio. I like that. That's funny to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. But we find out that we cannot trust this character. He is going off and having secret text message voice call meetings with Arinsu. That is Kai's sister, older sister. And we're going to talk about the tree thing in a second. And they have some plan. Something nefarious is going on. So we can't trust them. He a hoe. I'm glad that Kyle Shin was able to call that out last episode when he met with Kadan. He was like, wait a minute, something's awry here. This guy don't know that this guy can contact this person. So we can't trust him. We're going to see how things play out. But, I don't like him for that. But that's still good because actually, before we talk about why it's good, we find out that Kyle Shins are coming from a Glan tree. And there's about 4 or 5 trees. He's not the brother or sister of the elder Kai and Kibito, but of the Getsu and the Rinsu. They're brothers and sisters. Now, something that I don't like is them saying that there's no such thing as gender, so there's no difference between men and women. Like, why are y'all changing that? Like, clearly, okay, the reason why I have a problem with that is this whole time it has, actually, this is the first time we've seen a blind or a Kaioshin woman before, because I was going to say this whole time it has been blatantly obvious that there has been men and women between them, but I think this is the first time we've seen someone that appears to be a woman. But she still does appear to be a woman. It does like there's a difference in sex and difference in gender. So I don't know, they're just kind of weird to me, you know, but you guys let me know what y'all think. But they come from all the same tree. Kaioshin was 261 when Degosu was born. And so that's, I like what they're doing with the age right there. But going back to Glorio, you know, we can't trust him. It don't matter because Goku whooped his ass. I mean, the dude actually fought him with one hand behind his back. Like, that's just crazy. He doing all the magic and stuff. Like, oh, that was close. And it's just no contest, you know? Like, I love it. I love it. I mean, the choreography, just bobbing and weaving and bobbing, all of that was dope. I loved it. I really did. The lightning effects was cool. The animation was great. The choreography was dope. I love the transformation, all of that. And then he transformed, or it's not transformed, but teleported behind him. Or not even teleported. That wasn't instantaneous movement. That was just him moving quick. Like, hey man, I guess I can just blow your away, you know, by blasting you back here. You know, I was trying to say that in a way that this didn't come out weird, but you guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, I'm loving the show. They always deliver towards the end, even if it is slow in the beginning. They always give us the good in the end. And so I'm really enjoying the show. You guys let me know what you think. We are going to see what's going to happen in episode 7. But guys, that is my recap reaction review for episode 6 of Dragon Ball Daima, titled Inuzuma, or Lightning. I really am enjoying it. And I will be doing a video with One Take Big Dog to recap all this stuff as well. So guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's just my opinion. Peace. And I'll see you next time.